Welcome to my allotment, plot 3 in North Warwickshire. Just been tidying the fruit cage today. The strawberries are doing really well. Some are good and some are bad, but overall I'm trying to pick them before the nasties get to them. I don't really know whether straw helps. It seems to harbour the really small ones and the wood lice and the other nasties, so what I tend to do is hang them over the leaves. Just keeps the big ones off the ground. I found that works. The strawberries on the right hand side are the original ones. I was given to me by a fellow plot holder, and I think they may be over 3 years old now, and they're not actually producing very well. Yet we move over to the ones on the opposite side. These are the ones that took the runners off. So these are just 12 months old. The raspberries, the autumn, had gone mad, so I've had to prune those back and just tuck them about behind the wire. I don't tie them, just let them support. They're just starting to get the fruit buds on. Rhubarb, I've got to get another picking out of that, or 2 pickings actually. It's looking really nice. Quite a few flower heads on some of the earlier ones, the ones that weren't very old. This is still a bit spindly. This one's 2 years old, so I'll be picking this till July. And then this is the original. It does make a difference. Make sure we don't pick too late so the goodness goes back into the crown. We're now on the opposite side where the blackberries are, and I thought, well, I'll put some strawberries down here. I knew they'd get sheltered, but again, these are the runners. These are 12 months old. Quite a good size really. Just feel like picking that and eating it now before the slugs get it. Let's have a look at the blackberry. Even though it's netted, the bumblebees do get through alright. You can see them bashing up against the net. They get through eventually. Now this is this year's new growth. That's been cut off now. The same with that one, the other side. And then we'll let the side shoots run across like that one. That one's a fairly new one, so that will stay. And then next year, at the end of next year, I'll take that one off. I'll just turn round. But considering this is only 2 years old, well, I'll say we're going to have loads on it, absolutely loads. Oh, I've just gone by what I needed to show you. Again, this is this year's growth. As you can see, it's gone through the net. So that'll be cut off with that one, and then I'll be able to get rid of some of these other side shoots. Not a lot of room in here, but the bumblebees don't seem to mind you rubbing past them, and all the fruit flowers are setting. I'll just show you the blackberry that was growing in the pot. I think it was in my first episode. So that's establishing itself now. Again, there's the new ones. I'll let it build up to the top, and then we'll guide it across the rails. We're now looking at the red and black currants, and the storms, I've had to cut all the branches back because the rain just absolutely battered them and flattened them to the ground, and some of the tops I've took out because of the aphids. And the fruit now is setting really well. But I'm surprised we haven't got more aphid problems. So they're definitely the red currants, and so these must be the black currants. I must mark these bushes up. The foliage is just a little bit darker green. As I say, those haven't turned yet, so these could be a red currant bush. And I know definitely this one's a black currant. Again, I've had to tidy these bushes up, but you can see the leaves just around here. Terrible problem with aphids at this point. It's just started to grow again now. I did try and rub them with my fingers, but I had to take the appropriate action and use something I wouldn't normally use. Gooseberries or goosgogs. Depends where you live, what you call them. Some people get quite offended when you say goosgogs. That's just a very small bush, not very old. Look at me blueberries. I think this is the larger variety. That one there's the smaller variety. But I have been jealous and looking some of these blueberry bushes that they grow over the water that are nearly 6 foot high. I'll be patient, but by mulching up with acacia compost, you see the roots there. They're taking all that goodness in. Pleased with those. They all live happily together. This is my only summer fruiting raspberries. They won't be too long now. But these are the new canes that we get the fruit on next year. So I got to be vigilant. As you can see, that's the old growth, brown wood. That'll be coming out, and then I'm going to start and hopefully try and propagate this so that I can have half and half of the autumn and summer fruiting. This is another gooseberry bush, but these are the red ones. Different taste, but very nice. I think I've got to prune this a little bit better. It's supposed to have a hole down the middle, but it's a fairly new bush, so it will take a while to like a train. I've now harvested half the rhubarb, and you can see if you don't pull and twist, I think that's actually a seed head that I tried to break off, but the crown there is probably rotting away, but the crown's pushing out new growth over this side. All the old leaves, I'll let them rot, just let them just drop down, the ones that we don't use, the small ones, and they're the ones that are feeding the crown to help give you a nice harvest like this. And that's a good example of how your rhubarb should be pulled. If you've got that on, then the plant will survive. And some of these strawberries, look, got the little holes in. That's about the only one that's probably 100%. Thanks for watching, guys. Commenting, subscribing, liking. Take care, my friends, and happy harvesting. Till next time. Goodbye for now.